I made this example for you to strengthen your understanding of how to solve equations with square roots. So we have 3 square roots here. This big square root, the outer square root, is isolated, so we are going to remove it first. We will square both sides to remove the outer square root. Make sure that you square the whole thing on the right side, not just the square root of x, but you're squaring the whole thing on the left and on the right. So when we square the square root, we get the expression under it. So on the left we will have x minus 2 plus square root of 4x plus 1. And on the right side, we will have to multiply because we have minus right here. We have 1 minus square root of x times 1 minus square root of x. We will have to use the distributive property. We rewrite x minus 2 plus square root of 4x plus 1. This is such a good example. It will help you strengthen your understanding. And we will use the distributive property to multiply these two parentheses. So let's go. 1 times 1 will be 1. 1 times negative square root of x will be negative square root of x. Draw your negative signs long enough so they stand out. Now, negative square root of x times 1 will be negative square root of x. Negative square root of x times negative square root of x will be plus x, because negative times negative is positive, and then square root of x times square root of x will be just x. Now look here, we have good news here. We have x on the left and x on the right, so we can cancel them out. So, and here on the right side, we can consolidate negative square root of x minus square root of x. We can put them together. Let's do it. So on the left, we have negative 2 plus square root of 4x plus 1. Very good. And on the right, 1 and then minus square root of x minus square root of x will be minus 2 square root of x. And that's it. Okay, very good. Now let's look at it. We have square root on the left side and square root on the right side. Which one we are going to isolate in order to square both sides again? How about we isolate the big one on the left side? So we are going to get rid of this negative 2 and bring it to the other side with a positive sign. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to isolate this square root of 4x plus 1 on the left side. So we can square both sides again. So we are moving negative 2 to the other side with a positive sign. So we have on the left square root of 4x plus 1, it's going to be isolated. And on the right, we will have 1 plus 2 will be 3 minus 2 square root of x, because we move negative 2 to the right with positive sign. Very good. So our root on the left is isolated. It means we are going to square both sides again in order to get rid of this root on the left. So squaring both sides again. Very good. Now when we square the root, we get the expression underneath it. So we have 4x plus 1. And on the right, we will have to multiply 3 minus 2 square root of x times 3 minus 2 square root of x. Very good. I love it. So let's go ahead and multiply. We're going to use the distributive property. On the left, we have 4x plus 1. On the right, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times negative 2 square root of x will be negative 6 square root of x. And here we do the same thing. We grab negative 2 with the minus so that nothing is lost on the way. Very good. So negative 2 square root of x times 3 will be negative 6 square root of x. Now negative 2 times negative 2 will be positive 4. Square root of x times square root of x will be just x. So negative 2 square root of x times negative 2 square root of x will be 4x. Very good. I love it. Let's look at the left side and the right side. Let's see if we can simplify. I see 4x on the left and 4x on the right. So we can cancel them out. Very good. We have negative 6 square root of x minus 6 square root of x. We can put them together into a negative 12 square root of x. Let's do it. So on the left we have 1 And on the right we have 9. Negative 6 minus negative 6 will be negative 12. Remember, square root of x. Very good. It's getting smaller. I love it. Now let's isolate our root in order to square both sides again. So it means we're going to take 9 and bring it to the other side with the opposite sign. So we will have 1 minus 9 is equal to negative 12 square root of x. Very good. On the left, we have 1 minus 9 is negative 8 minus 12 square root of x. Now let's divide both sides by negative 12. It's getting smaller and nicer. We have square root of x is equal to 8 twelfths. Now we can simplify. We can divide numerator and denominator by 4, and we will have 8 divided by 4 is 2, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So square root of x is equal to 2/3. Now to find what x is, we are gonna square both sides. Very good, we're almost there, and get what x is equal to. So x is equal to 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. So x is 4/9, but be careful. This is only a possible solution. We must check all the solutions because this method of squaring both sides can produce extraneous solutions, can produce untrue solutions. So let's check. So checking if x equals 4/9 is a true solution. In the square root, we have 4/9 minus 2 plus square root of 4 times 4/9 plus 1. So this is our left side. Is it equal to 1 minus square root of 4/9? So we took 4/9 and plug it in everywhere we saw where x is. Now we are going to calculate if the left side is equal to the right side. 4/9 is a true solution. So let's simplify the right side first. It looks awesome. 1 minus square root of 4/9. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 9 is 3. So 1 minus 2/3. We are working on the right side. We can write 1 as 3/3 minus 2/3. So subtracting fractions, 3 minus 2 is 1. 1/3. So on the right side, we have 1/3. Now let's see if it is equal to the left side. So what do we have here? Let's simplify what's under this root. So right here, 4, we can write 4, this whole number 4 as 4/1 times 4/9 plus 1. Let's see what it is. So 4 times 4 is 16. So we have square root of 16/9 plus 1. We can write 1 as 9/9. So square root 16/9 plus we are writing 1 as 9/9. Okay, very good. Now 16 plus 9 is 25, and then over 9, so we're taking the square root. Square root of 25 is 5, square root of 9 is 3. So 5/3. Now let's go and see what will be here. So right here, 4/9, negative 2, we can write as negative 2/1. We calculated that this inner root is equal to 5/3. Are you following me? Do you have questions so far? Leave me a comment. I hope this example is helping you. Plus 5/3. So let's calculate. Now, is it equal to 1/3? On the right, we have 1/3. Is it equal to 1/3? Let's see. We need a common denominator. We have denominators 9, 1, and 3. So the common denominator will be 9. So it means we need to multiply 2 by 9. And this fraction, 5, we need to multiply by 3. So we have square root of 4/9 minus 2 times 9 is 18/9. Plus 5 times 3 is 15/9, because we rewrote each fraction with a common denominator 9. Is it equal to 1/3? So 4 minus 18 plus 15 will be 1. So if you get a calculator, 4 minus 18 plus 15 will be 1. So we have square root of 1/9. Is it equal to 1/3? So on the left side, square root of 1/9 is 1/3, and on the right side we have 1/3 too. So our solution x is equal to 4 ninths checks out. This is a true solution. What if you substituted 4 ninths into the equation and found that the left side is not equal to the right side? Then this equation had no solution. So be sure when you're working with equations involving square roots, be sure you check all the solutions. I hope this video is helpful to you. Be sure to smash the like button. I wish you success. You are tremendously loved by God. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. Keep up the good work, and I will see you in my next video.